When I was at my old school, I used to really struggle sometimes to go in. I felt like no one understood me at all. And you had to change to fit in.
It was difficult, not always the kindest, and then lots of students. You never really learned anything in depth, I felt.
I was a weird sort of student looking back, because I was probably almost too severe to join, because I was probably too mainstream to be here as well at the same time, but I was just too anxious. I was out of school for sort of 6 months, and then we found Stepping Stones.
When Larry and Sandy created this school in 2004, they did something very, very extraordinary, and it's developed by degrees since that point to allow us to deliver all that we need to deliver.
I have a child with hemiplegia, and we looked everywhere for the right provision, and it broke my heart. I sat in one school and I saw a child in a wheelchair in the corridor. I thought, that's not integration. And I look at the school now and I'm just so proud to see the students they've just flourished.
Sandy and I decided to buy Tower Road site, and the aim was to put kids in there with mild to moderate learning difficulties who we thought were the right interventions and working on self-esteem, making them feel secure, because the child can't learn until they feel secure, until they feel safe.
I heard from parents of very little excellent provision within mainstream schools, not understanding the learning needs of that particular person might be.
Imagine never being chosen for a game. Imagine that you can't keep up on the nuances of a conversation, so the other kids turn away from you. That doesn't just damage self-esteem, it destroys it.
From sort of 2008, 2009, 2010, the place just sold itself.
It did.
We didn't have to recruit, really, it was all word of mouth.
It was a real family feel, although they got really good one-to-one education.
They did.
In fact, they took their first exams within the IT within 9 months, which was amazing.
We were attracted to Stepping Stones when there were 20 students, and within 2 years, the numbers had doubled to about 40, and they were bursting out of the seams. And for Charlie, he had a school that felt like home for the first time. He had friends. The Undershaw site was available at short distance down the road for Stepping Stones to develop it into a bigger, more significant school.
In 2021, the transition from Stepping Stones to Undershaw, Tower Road became the Arts and Media Centre. And what we really tried to do is create a vision and values that were aligned with the school.
The cookie bar is the essential precursor to a wider programme of moving our students back into mainstream society, into the world of work, into college.
I was very anxious about getting a job when I was sort of 16 and 17. So it was a great introduction into the working life. The cookie bar gave me an opportunity to work in a place that I felt safe and that I knew, because it was attached to Stepping Stones.
The be all and end all is social and economic engagement and acceptance for the child. And to do that, you need the best environments, and I'm pleased we've created that.
When you think of them when they first came in, they've all succeeded, whether it be education or independence. We just need a lot more of these schools. There isn't enough out there for the children that need it.
We opened the site in September 2016, a 3-acre site with a multi-use games area, 10 classrooms, therapy rooms, a large hall for school assemblies, speech, drama, concerts.
When we opened up the school in September 2004, we had 3 pupils. And here we are 20 years on, and we've had some outstanding results. I'm hoping within 5 or 6 years we might have as many as a half dozen schools across the country. We understand the model now, we understand how to build it.
When I came to visit here, I just knew straight away that it was going to be a good place. Undershaw, everyone just accepts you for who you are.
I was probably not very confident at all, it wasn't going very well, but now here they're able to help in much more depth than they would have been able to at my old school.
We currently have 102 students now on roll, and bringing all the learners together on one site has had a really positive impact in creating a nurturing environment, but alongside that academic rigour, which is so important.
One key aspiration is to continue the great work on embedding employability in all parts of the curriculum so we can set these students up to get a job and lead happy, healthy, fulfilling lives, given that only 4.8% of these youngsters with learning disabilities or autism are in jobs aged 25 against 80% of their cohort at that age.
Every time I come and see the students singing, or if they're doing the work or they talk to us, the confidence they've grown, that's obviously where the provision is needed.
The best outcome of all is seeing the success of the kids. And one alumni is now on the Board of Governors here, and he's going to head up the alumni group to inspire the next generation of pupils coming through.
When I was in my final year, I was head of the student council and went and spoke with all the governors. And now I'd hope that I can bring my own sort of unique perspective of being a student and then being a staff member. And I think creating a sort of community of ex-pupils, that's the future of alumni, and hopefully that can just keep growing and growing.